McSorley's Old Ale House, July 2013, New York City. My name is Steve Zwarachuk. I've lived and worked in this neighborhood all my life. I've been employed by McSorley's on and off since 1973. The waiter, just before we open, will spread fresh sawdust. Something that dates back till the beginning of time, where people had mud on their shoes or boots, and this helps suck some of it up. People spit, chewed tobacco. They didn't smoke tobacco originally. Everybody chewed. It makes the floor less slippery, and it helps absorb the fluids the waiters bring over to the table. Multi-purpose. In another 2 weeks, we'll be celebrating the 43rd anniversary of women being allowed in McSorley's. August 12th, 1970. And a woman owned the place prior to that for a good 30 some odd years. But she respected her daddy's wish, and Dorothy O'Connell Kerwin didn't come in during business hours. That was proper back then. A daily news spread on our 100th anniversary back in 1954. Here she is, the owner, and she's being handed a mug of ale outside of McSorley's. Women weren't allowed for another 16 years. Nice woman. I had the pleasure of meeting her growing up in her neighborhood. There's been a parade of people that have been a part of the place. All you got to do is look at the walls and you can see that. All the faces. A lot of guys, they don't even know who these people are anymore. It's been that long. Who are these people and what are these people all about? Back then they catered to an older crowd, a dying crowd. And if you looked at the walls very carefully, you can see history. And what the ownership at the time enjoyed, because that's what they would put on the walls. Events of their age. The opening of the Brooklyn Bridge in the 1880s. People were afraid it was going to fall down after all those bodies swarmed it. Of course, that never happened, but a lot of people were trampled because of fear of it collapsing. Playbills on the wall. John McSorley loved the theater. And the Bowery at one time was Theater Row before everything moved to 14th Street, before it moved to 23rd Street, before it moved to 34th Street, before it moved to present-day Times Square. The Bowery was the theater district. People use themselves by going to the theater. You had to pump out new shows every month just about, because people wanted something new, something different. One play, we have a playbill for it on the wall, is titled after McSorley's. The future of McSorley's is as we see it now. It's the present. Don't change much. Have the changes be subtle. When people walk in here, they feel like they've walked back in time. Very, very simple. The tables are old, they're beat up. The photographs are historical in nature. The place doesn't have very modern conveniences. I mean, we have a men's room, we have a ladies' room, we have a kitchen. For the most part, our menu hasn't changed in the 40 years I've been here. It's always been simple food. It's always been inexpensive. We serve McSorley ale, light or dark. I don't see that changing because the place works. Why change it? We've been very successful for 100 and almost 60 years now. The future, more of the same. More of the same.